Let's have a look at the 3 key points that help Roger Federer have one of the best second serves in the world. Number 1 is his ball toss. Notice when he throws the ball up, he doesn't simply toss it in a straight line. Instead, he curves it from right to left. This allows him to bend his knees and lean back, almost like a limbo under that ball. Notice how far behind his back he actually throws the ball. Now he can generate the power from the ground up and go up into the shot. Number 2 is his racket path. At contact, the racket doesn't travel through the ball, but instead to the right. This allows him to release his wrist and create the extra topspin that will make that ball bounce off the court on the other side. Lastly, let's see what happens with the ball trajectory. Firstly, the ball will reach the apex, the highest point from the throw. Then he allows the ball to drop down so he can go up on it and make the ball go up off the strings that will help him get the extra bounce.
First thing you want to do in a serve is get in position. So before you begin to serve a ball, you have to stand behind the baseline on the side opposite the service box you'll be serving. You should stand sideways, pointing your left foot to the opposite post of the net, with the right foot being parallel to the court. Next thing, you got to be careful of the grip. You have to grip the ball in the racket correctly, gripping the ball lightly towards the fingertips rather than in the palm. Bring your ball towards your racket to help line up the serve and shift your weight slightly forward. And remember that before you toss the ball, you should bounce it at least 2 to 4 times to get into the rhythm before serving and to get a feel for the court. Next, you have to toss the ball and bring your racket behind you. So you should toss the ball high up in the air, a little bit in front of you, so you have the momentum when you serve the ball. Remember that you can fall into the court after you make contact with the ball, so it's okay to toss the ball in front of you. Next, you should be careful of scratching your back. So most beginners just kind of raise your racket in the air slightly behind them and then go after ball. That is incorrect. You should bring the racket head up above behind you and bend your elbow so as to drop it behind your head, as if you were to scratch your back with the side of your racket. Bend your knees to help project the racket head upwards. It will give the ball more power. Next, you want to hit the ball with a sweet spot. So you have to bring the racket head up to the ball with as much speed as you can while keeping control. Your shoulders will rotate similarly to how they would if they're throwing a ball. Don't try to hit as hard as you can. Instead, try to be like a fluid. Make sure you pronate your wrist so the ball is hit with the racket face, right in the center of the racket. Pronation is necessary in every type of serve, including flat slice, topspin twist, and topspin slice. So when you're hitting the ball, you want to hit the ball at its highest point. To optimize your shots, you should hit the ball at the highest point you can reasonably hit it after you toss it. The higher the ball, the more easily you'll be able to generate speed, and the more likely you'll be able to clear the net. So when you follow through, you want to bring your racket down near the bottom of your opposite foot. So at the end of the contact with the ball, snap your wrist downwards to get the ball in the best position. Transfer the weight from your back leg onto your front leg to propel the ball forward. And after you finish serving, you fall into the court. So this follow through as you finish the serve should naturally cause you to step forward into the court. Be prepared for the ball to come back. Always look at the ball, never look at the opponent. This way, you can anticipate where the ball is going to fall and react quicker. One important note is you don't want to cross the service line before you make contact with the ball. Your feet cannot cross the service line until after you have made contact with the ball for it to be a legal serve. So you want to make sure that you don't touch the service line. Thank you.